Test. Is this gonna work? No, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that real quick. Stream. Late night FE4. Late night FE4. Everybody, late night FE4. There we go. Okay. Let me just... Blah, blah, blah. Probably not going to be a long stream. Probably not going to be a whole chapter. Late night FE4. But, my sleep schedule's out of whack because I've been, like, chasing a headache on and off. And I got, like, a couple of hours or maybe, like, an hour where my head don't hurt. So, I thought, you know... Let me turn the volume up a little bit. I'm gonna take a shower, then watch some of the stream. Watch the stream in the shower. Put your phone in a Ziploc bag. You won't. Why did Heroes make Shannon so hot? It wants to turn everyone into a Radney archetype. Prince Seliph spearheads the Liberation Army's first victory. A word of it sparks courage in the people suffering beneath the Empire's heel, leading to several uprisings across Judkrul. Nevertheless, with none to unite them, nearly all were swiftly stamped out, allowing countless more lives to be claimed by the Imperial Army. Located on the Thracian Peninsula is the Kingdom of Leonster, in which son of Quan, Prince Leif, raised an army alongside Finn to stand against the Empire. However, the vast number of King Bloom's forces proved too much. Thus, following a crushing defeat, Leif finds himself trapped within enemy lines on his lonesome. The road from Isaac to Leonster crosses the Aid Desert, a territory dominated by Kurtzov of the Lopter Church, who resides at the Temple of Aid. On the desert's outer edge is the municipal oasis of Dana, under the watch of a former merchant, Bramsel, as well as a mercenary captain, Javaro. And at Fort Merijan, Prince Ishtor himself stands guard, alongside the highly skilled commanderess, Raisia. Beyond its defenses lies the royal capital of Ulster, where King Bloom, the son of House Frisia's late Duke Rector, as well as his niece, the Mage Tin, await. And thus, Seliph prepares to set out from Mirbat, with the warriors of Isaac's Liberation Army, charting a course for Leonster, hoping to lend some aid to their distant allies. Determination lies in each of their hearts. A new battle unfolds for Seliph and his companions as they march into the sands. Ishtor is a Brock archetype. People say Ishtor is a Camus. We'll fucking have the Ishtor conversation, but it's so silly. It's so silly. Sorry, just drinking some water real quick. Finn, what's the situation? Any words from the other division yet? We failed, my lord. Every last soldier in the Ulster raid is dead. This is a crippling blow to our army. We've lost most of our might in one fell swoop. This can't be happening. I thought this was our big chance. Was all this useless all along? Damn it all! I'll strangle Bloom himself with my bare hands. Please calm yourself, my lord. This isn't the end quite yet. I've just had a word from King Lewyn. He's sending Prince Seliph's Liberation Army to back us up. Until then, no matter what, my lord, we must endure the siege. Prince Seliph, you say? He's the son of my father's old friend Sigurd, and of Empress Deirdre, right? I pray we can meet him soon. Perhaps if we merge our efforts with his, we'll have a better chance of protecting people from the Empire. That's right, Leif. Besides, if we let ourselves lose now, wouldn't your men's death all be in vain? I think we should abandon the castle for now and seek refuge at the Western Church. You're right. I suppose you don't have much choice now. Very well. Our priority is to play out defensively for the time being. Until Prince Self gets here, we must endure. What's your problem now? Can't you capture even as worthless a castle as this? Are you worms taking this seriously?
Yes, my lord. The thing is, though, the enemy's proven to be of a resilient sort, struggling to breach their defenses.
Buffoons, all of you. Do you think I want to hear excuses? I want Leonster seized. No more delays. If you waste any more time on this, then we'll have to contend with those Isaacian mongrels as well.
Yes, my lord. We'll strike them immediately, my lord.
Oh boy! Those rumors weren't kidding. That place was full to the brim with treasure. Been a long time since I had a haul like this. But I can't afford to dawdle now. I gotta get back out of here and quick. Hey, excuse me. Hand that sword over. You can keep everything else, but I need the sword. Where do you think you get off trying to take somebody else's hard-earned goods? Do you have any idea how tough it was to get my hands on this sword? If you want it, come and get it, nincompoop.
Wait.
What? Thieves have plundered our treasury? And they absconded with Balmong? You fools. Go and seize them. Now.
Yes, your grace. But, your grace? Surely a master of dark magics as your caliber should crush common thieves such as these with a single blow, even from here.
I've misplaced my Book of Fenrir. My men are scouring the shrine to find it, but so far it has yet to emerge.
Understood, your grace. In that case, my clan and I will take a few mercenaries and pursue them. We swear to you, your grace, that we will have the treasure back where it belongs post-haste.
So the route to the answer requires that we cross this vast desert, yes? Yeah, the 8th Shrine's the real problem here. It's controlled by the Lopter Church. The church's fell mages infest the desert, mercilessly assaulting anyone they find in it. People who've taken to calling the region the Desert of Death. Fitting name, really. I can only imagine how awfully travelers struggle here. I wonder, perhaps it'd be possible to seize the shrine from the church?
Heh, I thought you'd never ask.
There's always a way, but this won't be easy. We may need to make sacrifices. So be it. At this point, we have little choice. Not to mention, Shannon is likely still in the desert. For now, we focus on taking control of Aid. All else will begin there. So, we have 5 units to unit review. But I know what the people want. Before that, we have to do something very important. I know what the people want. Never say I'm not a woman of the people. All right. So, I actually know the answer to this question. But I'm curious if y'all are going to be able to guess it. I'm going to make it a poll. If I can find... Here it is. Okay. Does... All right, chat. How many rounds of the arena do you think Jehalvir will clear? Is the hand axe even useful in this game? It's good to have a 1-2 range option. It's good to have a 1-2 range option. There's the first round. That's why I put 0 to 2 as a category that includes 3. Because, like, come on. Nobody thought he wasn't going to be able to beat the fighter, right? I had him clear all of it with a crit Brave Axe. We do not have a crit Brave Axe. We do not have a crit Brave Axe. Even though I voted for his brother, I am choosing to believe. I see people are shifting their votes around now that you've seen he cleared 3 rounds. This is a sword fighter, though. This is like the gatekeeper of the arena, right? So, like, we can't really hold it against Jehalvir that he can't beat this guy, right? Cause, like, look at this forecast. Anyway, he's goated. He's goated. He's goated. Crab dodge, the crab dodge. And now round 7. Yeah, didn't expect that, did ya? Didn't expect that, did ya? He beat the fucking Silverblade General. I should have believed harder. 23% of you get to heaven. 23% of you get to heaven. The rest of you, you're stuck in horse hell. I voted for 3 to 4. I'm genuinely surprised that happened, but as soon as it did, I fucking popped off, and I knew it was meant to be. It was meant to Jehalvir. His crit animations are sick. Too bad barely anyone sees them. Yeah, because you gotta have crit on the Brave Axe, right? I love my boy, but I've never seen him clear the Myrmidon. Maybe I'm just better at using him than you. I'm a more skilled Jehalvir player, obviously. Like, that sounds like a Krill issue. Simply believe?
Here we go.
Thomas Quack has just tipped $3. Jehalvir College Fund.
Jehalvir College Fund! Thank you for the $3 donation. Epic. I like how you keep selecting the Nick's Cage one instead of lesbian boars. You think Lex would honor his legacy? I mean, because y'all love Jehalvir so much, he's gonna be the Lex for Gen 2, at least until Hannibal shows up. Probably dumb question, but do you get kills for your weapons in the arena? You do not. You do not get kills for your weapons in the arena. Canonically, you're not killing these people. Like, you don't die when you die in the arena, and they don't die. You don't get kills for it. It's weird how he doesn't inherit Dozel even though he's older than any of Lex's possible kids. Yeah, I don't know. The best part about that Joe Javier, though, is we didn't even need to do any RNG manipulation. Like, that's just how the cookie crumbled at the start of the map. Which is pretty epic. Hello, Janie in chat, how are you? We are enjoying some Joe Javier gaming. He fucking cleared the arena. But other than that, I'm still kind of nursing a headache, so this is going to be a shorter stream. I'm thinking probably only one castle, maybe 2 castles. I already have, so I have 2 Chapter 7 thumbnails made up. One of them with Shannon and one of them with Eris. So, like, I'm already anticipating doing this in 2 streams anyway. So I figured why not just do, like, a short late night stream. Ares has no Heroes ults. I mean, he's in Heroes, though, so I have the Heroes art for him. I don't know about, like, ults and stuff, but I know he's at least in it, which is good. Finn's not even in Heroes. Is that guy's name Kluge? Yeah. They have some weird names. Finn is in Heroes? Really? He doesn't have any art on the Heroes wiki. Finn is in Heroes? Thracia Finn. Oh, maybe, because I was just looking on the Heroes wiki for FE4 characters. So he's there but under Thracia? Okay. Yo, the 9 hit. Is Joe Javier in Heroes? At least he's not on the Heroes wiki. Finn is more based on Genealogy than... more based on Thracia than Genealogy. I mean, like, he originated in Genealogy. I would say he belongs in both games. Like, if we're categorizing by game. Rotobon, do you think you can fucking do anything, Rotobon? Good job, Rotobon. When is the secret event? It's after we capture Magellan Castle, the second castle, the Ishtar Castle. Dalvin, please. Thank you, Rotobon. Holy macaroni, he's so bad. But, like, Tristan might just be fucking worse. Dalvin and the Chipmunks. No pursuit having motherfucker. What is Tristan doing? How much does... Return is 2,500, okay. Alright, this should be easy, Let's do our unit reviews. Actually, you know what, chat? I'll let you decide. While I'm doing a couple more castle things, who unit review start with? Because we have two groups. Leap group, Shannon group. Chat, democracy has been enacted while I do more castle stuff. I will vote for the gayest group. Which one is gayer? I mean, I don't really think any of them are gay, to be quite honest. Leaf's group is Leaf and John, because we already did the Finn unit review. And, Shannon's group is Shannon and Patty. Home Castle group is the gayest. I guess because of the secret event that's like, it's got subtext. Fee is so epic. The crit jab! The crit jab! Will Lester be gaming? Abso-fruitly. Lester started out as like one of my least favorite characters ever just because of how shit he is. And through YouTube... him becoming like sort of a meme on the channel, he's now one of my favorites. It's silly, but like it do just be how that goes sometimes. Combat Fee is funny. Funny is definitely the word I would use, yes. I love Lester purely due to headcanons, because he barely ever speaks. Yeah. It do be that way sometimes. It do be that way sometimes. Give a magic bow so Lester can have a magical tad. Maybe the remake will do that. Bazinga. Bazongus. It looks like people want me to talk about Leaf's group first, so we'll do that. Yo, Castor! What are you doing outside of Arcanea, bro? Would a magic bow fix Lester? It would not. It would not. It's different because he has a K, not a C. True, completely different person. He probably even has a mustache. Lil Bro was not ready for the Jud Girl Arena. Lester, can you please crit? He is refusing to crit. He is the only killer weapon in the game, and he just says, nah, nah. Doesn't need to. There we go, finally. I love Great Shield. Best skill ever. Lester, please. Thank you. He was saving it for Wolf. Where's Sedgar? All right. So, let's do our unit reviews. Chat has voted we will review Leaf's group first. As I said, we already unit reviewed Finn in Gen 1. He hasn't changed since then. I mean, he's stronger because he leveled up, but that's that. Leaf, on the other hand, is another one of the best units in Gen 2. Just really, really baller. I do think he's sort of a step below, the Seliph, Ares, Arthur trio. Partially because, like, training him up can be more annoying than them. He starts level 1 at the start of Chapter 7. And he doesn't really do anything special until promotion. You know, Seliph gets a ton of favoritism. Ares is already on a horse and already has a holy weapon. And, Arthur, if you give him Forseti, already has Forseti, and he's the, you know, one of only two, I guess, technically, but Leaf is not a real mage. Mounted mages. Leaf is just a kind of shitty sword unit, doesn't have pursuit, he is adept and critical, but he promotes to Master Knight. If you'll remember Lachesis from Generation 1, she was able to staff grind her way up to Master Knight and sort of like cheat her way past that. Leaf has to do it the old-fashioned way. He is better at combat than she is, but not so much better. I gave him a critical light brand and a magic ring because the majority of the foes that he's supposed to be fighting are armor knights. Now he already has critical himself, but the crit light brand, like, it has 12 more critical, right? So that was sort of my idea with that. And I gave him the pursuit ring, which passing the pursuit ring to Leaf means you don't get it for chapters 4 and 5, which is a pretty big cost. There's not like a ton of units that want it, but Nisha likes it. Lewyn loves it. Even just like having it for someone like Arden or Lex is pretty cool too. And of course it also means you can't pass it down to Arthur, you can't pass it down to, well, I guess those would be, if you want to do a weird pairing where the kid doesn't get pursuit and you want to pass them the ring. Like someone mentioned pursuit ring Jamka Lex, or Jamka Lester. Someone mentioned Lex, who was it? Not Lex Sword Twins, because they get it by default. Lex Nana, was it? I don't know. There are a few people have recommended like weird pairings that don't get pursuit normally. And how like, oh, you can, you know, just do the pursuit ring stuff. And I do think Leaf is the best user of the pursuit ring, but it is a pretty big cost to not only miss it for 2 chapters in Gen 1, but then also have to give it to him for Gen 2. It was just pretty unfortunate. Which is why I tend to think of him as a tier below those big 3, but he still is really, really important. Mounted A-rank staffs alone, especially if you have the rescue staff, which in this run we don't, since we did an archer pairing for Edain instead of a rescue pairing. But you get the brave staff, or you get the rescue staff, I believe in it's either chapter 9 or chapter 10, market. Anyone who remembers, please tell me in chat. But you get it pretty late. But even then, I think its biggest use case is in endgame to sort of skip over some of the evil big walls of status staffs and stuff. It's also a pretty big deal in chapter 9, so whether you get it in 9 or 10 is actually kind of a huge, it's the 10 armory. Oh, that's gonna be really unfortunate. Because chapter 9, there's a few, so the Hannibal recruitment is made a lot easier by having the rescue staff on Leaf, and the Ballista Castle is made a lot easier by having the rescue staff on Leaf, and then you can do a funny cheese where you skip killing Erin, who's one of the more obnoxious bosses in the game, if you have rescue on Leaf. So not having it for chapter 9, I think, is actually a really big deal. It's part of why I don't like the Brave Bow pairings. But c'est la vie, you know, it happened. Yeah, just having a mounted rescue user is really nice, and he's the only possible one, because even if you have Claude give extra stabs to either Nana or Erin, they still only get B rank as opposed to A rank like Leaf, so they can't use rescue. But he also just gets good stats, every weapon type. I think he can do decent magical or physical combat, which is nice. He can use bows and sort of do the bow canto trick where you bow on player face and then equip a weapon that you can enemy face with on enemy phase if you want to like shoot down a wyvern and then fight wyverns on enemy face with a brave sword or something. So once you train him up, he's really, really good. It's just that training can be obnoxious, especially locked down here. Now there is a trick you can do. There's 2 different tricks actually. The first one is this commander will keep going back for reinforcements if you don't kill him, and you can just sort of continuously grind Leaf on these armors and this mage that keep respawning. Or I don't think he even goes back, they just spawn from the castle until you kill the commander. And if you do that, then you can just sort of grind him for a while Selif's army is doing this whole shebang. The other option is if you pass the return staff and return ring down to Nana, which we didn't get Nana, but you know, if you have Nana, you can pass her the return staff and return ring. She can use the return staff to send Leaf and Finn back here to the home castle, and then return ring herself. And once you kill these brigands, because otherwise the villages get abandoned, but once you kill the brigands, she can use the return staff to send them back and return herself, and then Leaf gets to participate in the majority of Chapter 7. Which is sort of it's not intended, but it is a way that you can just sort of let Leaf's training arc, you know, take place easier. We might need Master Knight Leaf by chapter 8. I mean, it's not unfeasible. I do chapter 8 Leaf most of the time. So it's not like difficult to get, but it does mean you're doing a good deal of grinding, and I think that's worth holding against him, especially since the grinding is kind of obnoxious. Like, it's not hard, it's just annoying. I trained him up to Master Knight by chapter 8 in 0% growths, so you can do it. You just need to give him, like, good inheritance. Yeah. It is also worth noting that even if you don't pass everything you need to Nana, right now, the armory is selling the return staff. Unfortunately, it's not selling the return ring. We have it on Lester, and we can sell it with Lester, but it's really expensive. I don't think, yeah, it's 20k. So Jean would need 4 villages to get it. I don't think that's feasible. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get to do the cheese. Which, you know, whatever. We'll grind against the armors or whatnot. But it is a little bit obnoxious. Yeah, that's kind of all there is to say about him, though. It's more annoying to train him or Patty. I mean him because there's no reason to train Patty. Patty does everything she needs to at base. Let's talk about Jean, though. So Jean is the substitute for, or Jeanne, John, I don't know how you'd pronounce it. But she is the substitute for Nana. She's definitely worse than Nana, but I would say really the only reason she's worse than Nana is specifically because she can't inherit anything. I think Nana really benefits from the fact she can get inheritance. I mentioned the return trick, which is a nice cheese, but it's also just nice to automatically have return on her. Give her a couple other stabs so she doesn't have to spend money on them. Whereas John is just gonna have the Iron Sword and the Men's Staff. She's still one of only 2 horse healers and the only one you get without a grind session. So she's gonna be useful in that aspect in the same way that Ethlyn was really useful early on. No skills. I mean, who cares though? Like, yeah, obviously charisma is good on Nana, and that's one of Nana's benefits, but I don't think like Jeanne not having, like, obviously Tristan not having pursuit is sort of a death knell for him, right? Because he's supposed to be doing combat. But Jeanne is doing her job just by staffing people. It's also worth noting that, like, so her growth rates are pretty awful, and her bases are not that good either. But when comparing her growth rates to Nana's growth rates, it's actually not that unflattering. I actually pulled up. So Jeanne has basically 20% in everything. She has a 60% HP growth, 20% strength, 20% magic, 50% skill, 20% speed, 10% luck, 30% defense, 20% res. As compared to specifically Beowulf Nana is the one most people recommend. Beowulf Nana only has a 5% magic growth. She has a 70% strength growth because secretly she's a combat unit, whereas Jeanne is just a staffer. But I think that the most useful thing about either of them is just being able to be a mounted staffer. You know, you put mend on them, you run around, you heal people, you canto. And I think that is enough. She doesn't need to be a combat god because she's going to spend most of her player phase staffing anyway. We're going to have to be a little bit more careful with her in positioning than we would with Nana, since Nana can just like kill some stuff. But Jeanne can theoretically be a magic sword user, like 20% magic as opposed to 5% magic. It's still not good, but it's like, it's something. Now you could, if you wanted like a magic sword using paladin, you could pair Lachesis up with either like Claude or Azel. Azel gives 40%, Claude gives 25%. So it's not like Nana can't do that as well, but like Jeanne is better at it than Beowulf Nana, who is probably the best pairing for Lachesis. Except for, you know, obviously no pursuit, so better in quotation marks. I guess worth noting, Leaf doesn't need the pursuit ring after he promotes because Master Knight has pursuit as a class skill. So, you know, you can give it to someone else, like maybe Jeanne. Yeah, she's definitely like, it's weird to talk about her because I feel like the instinct is she's such a significant downgrade from Nana that she feels bad because Nana's like good, right? But I don't think that's the case. I think that, yeah, you don't have charisma. Yeah, you can't do combat, but the majority of what you're doing with Nana is utility stuff anyway. I'll miss the charisma, but yeah, it's whatever. She still staffs just as good as Nana. I'm not upset with Jan. Like, I think she's going to be weirdly one of our better units. Probably better than some of the non-substitutes in the army, just on account of being a horse staffer. And that's cool. Now we have Shanann's group. So, Shanann starts out with really, really good stats. 18 strength, 22 skill, 23 speed, 13 defense, and 38 HP is actually, like, only medium bulk for Fire Emblem 4, but it's good enough right now. Bad res, which is, like, unfortunate considering who he's fighting right now. But that's alright, you know? He'll be fine. Shanann is sort of like the ultimate example of what if we gave really good stats and also a really good PRF? I'm just going to initiate this talk. I'll rewind on it once we're done unit reviewing. I just want to show you the stats of the Balmung that he gets. So it's a 30 might weapon, like all holy weapons. 90 hit, and then it gives extra speed and extra skill. So it turns him into the traditional Swordmaster dodge tank. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any way to crit, but he can Astra. So, like, that kind of is his crit, and he has Adept, and he has Pursuit. So, like, that's kind of like the Swordmaster crit bonus when you think about it. Because either a Swordmaster crit or a Swordmaster Astra Adept kills something just as dead, especially with a 30 might sword, right? The biggest thing that holds Shanann back is he's an infantry unit. In a similar vein to like Larce and Ulster, or in our case, Radney and Rotoban, yeah, there's things for infantry to do, and on those infantry jobs, Shanann's probably your best unit, but it's still like, it's side work, right? It's busy work. Keeping Hannibal's army busy while, you know, Seliph rushes ahead to try to rescue Charlo, fighting the Muhammad squad in Chapter 8, fighting Wyverns in Chapter 9, fighting Dark Mages in Chapter 10. Like, there's jobs for infantry in Gen 2, but they're not the glorious stuff. They're not the most important things. So Shanann's gonna be like a great filler unit because they just gave him really good stats. Not particularly good growths, but who cares? Like, his bases carry him. His bases and his bases and his legendary weapon. Like, the bases alone eventually won't be enough, but then you just use Balmung and he still kills stuff in the final map. But the most important stat is move, and he only has 6 of it, which is unfortunate for him. Because he really is just a combat unit. I think that unlike Ayra in Generation 1, Shanann does actually live up to the promise. People say like, oh, you know, Ayra and Jamka have overkill combat, but they're footlocked. I don't think Ayra and Jamka have overkill combat. I think their combat's just like okay-ish. I think Shanann legitimately has very, very fucking good combat, but he's footlocked. And so there's a ceiling on how well he can do, right? Especially in a no rescue run like this. Like, at least if we inherited the rescue staff early, then Leaf could drag Shanann around and get him to the battlefield. But without rescue, it's very limited what he's going to be able to do. Patty, on the other hand, so this is the Thief of Generation 2. We went with Do Patty, so she functions very similarly to her father. I like passing down at least one magical sword, usually the Levin sword because it's the worst magic sword, and Patty doesn't care about her combat at all. She just wants to be able to attack from 2 range, because anyone she hits, she is able to steal money from. Now, in Gen 2, if you're doing a non-substitute run, money is a lot less tight than Gen 1, and as such, I think Do is typically the better thief. But if you're running, like, all substitutes, or even some number of substitutes, suddenly you get a lot more units that are just not very money sufficient. And the more subs you're using, the more Patty and or Daisy stonks go up, right? So in our case, we have 6 substitutes, and most of them are pretty shit, and even the good one, Jean, is going to need a lot of money because she wants to buy staffs, right? So I think Patty is going to be a lot more important for us than she typically would be. She's still good in a typical run, and it's like her stats don't matter. The only thing that matters is this, that she can steal gold and she can give it to other people. But it's just that Gen 2 units tend to be much more money self-sufficient because they can go through the arena more easily. Yeah, I like Patty. I like Do Patty because you can use Bargain in the same way Do can to just sort of buy junk to control how much gold you're giving people. And that's nice. But not much else to say about her. She starts with a Sleep Edge, which is like people use the Sleep Edge for there's a cheesy Arvis kill you can do with it. And because Patty starts with it, people like to use it on Patty just because, like, she's a shitty sword unit who can do it. We might go for that. No promises, but we might go for that. We might also do it with, like, Tristan or someone stupid, because we have a lot of shitty sword units now. But yeah, nothing else to say. I passed her, like, some valuables to sell as well. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Stats matter for survivability. I guess that's true. Like, her bulk matters, but her bulk is bad. Like, she has 30 physical bulk, 28 magical bulk. So, like, for example, if she were to attack this guy, he does not kill her. But I believe the mages kill her. Yes, the mages kill her. But in terms of one-range enemies, you can attack them with the Lewyn sword, which is why I like passing it down to her. You could pass the Wind Edge. I know a lot of people like to pass the Wind Edge because Do gets it for free, as opposed to Lewyn sword, which you have to purchase. But I think that the Wind Edge is a better weapon than the Lewyn sword, and so I want to give it to my combat units, which is why I have it on, what's her name? Fee. But yeah, her stats do matter, I guess, in terms of, like, her accuracy is affected by skill, which, God, that's unfortunate. And her survivability matters. All of her stats that actually matter, though, are bad, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for her. Just making a marker, because I am going to be using these unit reviews. So, you go here. So then you go here. Yeah! Stop! Get your hands off me! Ugh. Look, I don't want to hurt you. Could you just give me that sword back? Wait, give it back? Is it yours? Yes, it is. It's my family's ancestral blade, Balmung. I'm the only person capable of using it. You've nothing to gain at all from keeping it. Wait, so how'd this end up in Edain anyway? It belonged to my father, who died in Granvale's war with Isaac. Someone must have stolen it from him after he died. I only recently learned that it was being kept at Edain, so I came to retrieve it. Hang on. Could it be... Are you Isaac's Prince Shannon? I am. Really? Is it really you? Wow! Oh my gosh, this is incredible! No, really, I've heard all the stories about you. All of them. I've been a huge fan of yours for so long, but I never thought I'd actually meet you. But you're here! You're talking to me right now! It's like all my dreams have come true! Yeah, I get the idea. My sword, please? Oh, right, sorry. Here you go! Balmung, my holy sword. It's finally mine! What power is this? Wow, this is incredible! I really wish Shannon would stop marrying Patty in all my runs, despite me never making them stand next to each other on purpose. Yeah, they do have a really high love base, I believe. They are one of the canonical pairs. Oh, I have to pull up which village does Layla get the secret event for. FE4 chapter 7. Okay, oh, that's unfortunate. So I could go to this village with John, but immediately that doesn't actually work because, that's the barrier sword village. Oh, right. Someone was asking why this castle is green. I'll show you. We just have a blacksmith. We can't buy anything. So remember how I said we would buy the return staff? Yeah, that was never gonna happen. I forgot about that. I do still think we want to give a large number of these villages to Jian, just because she's gonna need to buy staffs at some point. Do I want to trade the crit jav to Oifi? I think we have Oifi keep the non-crit jav because he's going to start building kills on it. Alright, I haven't sent Arthur through the arena yet. Does critical stack with the crit weapons? It does not. Is that castle a game over condition? No, it just turns red. But you don't get any sort of bonus for keeping it green. You also don't get any, because here's some misinformation, right? You get money based on how many blue castles you have. Green castles don't count. So there's a strategy people suggest that, like, you let the green castle turn red and then you recapture it and turn it blue. That doesn't actually work, believe it or not. It doesn't count as a blue castle, even if you let it turn red and then recapture it and turn it blue. So that castle will never give you gold at the end of the map. I can understand where the misinformation came from, because it's just like a logical assumption to make. But unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. You would think it would, right? You would think it would, but it doesn't. So there's no benefit or downside to letting that castle get captured, which is why the return leaf strategy works, because you can just send it back and there's no downside. Warrior time. Same level up twice. Rigged. Absolutely rigged. Arthur's a cheater. Arthur, please! I'm trying to show off for chat. Arthur, please! Thank you. Nice RNG you got there, right? Oh, whoops. Let's not have Tristan fucking die. These dark mages can be fucking scary. Doesn't Oifi talk to Tristan? Yeah, I think so, actually. I didn't even consider that, but yeah, I think they do have a talk. Now we get to see some epic Shannon action. It gives him stats, okay. I want to try to get as many talks as I can anyway, just because this is like a story-based playthrough. I missed a couple in Gen 1 because I just wasn't thinking. Okay, so Leaf can fight these brigands with his iconic light brand. Daisy's secret event is so bad. It gives extra speed, which is pointless because that's her highest growth anyway. I mean, I think Tristan and Dalvan's secret event is also pretty bad because not only is it like not only is it a stat that, or not only is it dependent on getting 2 specific substitutes, but it's also dependent on keeping them under-leveled and missing out on the easy training arc of Chapter 6.
Ah, the Liberation Army. It's a blessing to know that Prince Leaf has finally taken a stand. Lord Qual, Lady Ethlyn, I pray you're both proud of your son. Please, kind knight, would you accept this speed ring? I'd like you to wear it proudly for your battles.
You know, I was gonna rewind, but then I realized she can sell the speed ring. Because it doesn't help her at all, but she wants money, right? So, I think that's actually fine. Bye-bye! Alright, Oifi. Get another kill on the Jav. It's been so long since I played that. I hope a remake keeps the charm of the pixel art. Ooh, wait, that was actually a mistake. What I should do is kill this one with Oifi. And then I can kill the other one with either Seliph or Fee, probably? Because these dark mages do not joke around. They are threatening AF. Like, you see how much damage they're dealing to Oifi. I forgot Oifi has minor Balder Bloods because it's never brought up. Yeah, it's just like not mentioned in the story at all, right? It's a little bit weird. But he can. It means he can use A-rank swords, which like is good because paladins don't normally get A-rank swords. Does he inherit Chalfie in the ending? No, I don't think so. We get to see the Ayras and Layla cutscene soon. Oh, right, because they get like a preview before we recruit either of them. So this is up to 22 kills, right? Nice critical. Shannon just kind of needs to dodge tank here. He does inherit Chalfie? Oh, that's cool. Good for him. He deserves it, honestly. Yeah, here's the cutscene, okay. My lord? We've reached word that the Azakian rebels are on the move.
Azakian rebels?
Ah, the ones led by that brat Celis, was it? Or Surlis? Something like that. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Netbuyers put a hefty price on that boy's head. Let's make sure we're the ones that rake it in the bounty, shall we? Keep our border locked down for the time being. The best option is to let them run themselves ragged, leaving them wide open for our strike. Instruct Commando Javaro to put his squad on standby. His services will be needed in short order. Hey, what's with all this noise? You're not about to go to war, are you? No, we've not entered such a dire state yet. For the time being, we are merely preparing for the arrival of the Azakian rebel army. Oh, that's good. I guess I'm worried a bit about how you're gonna have to go and fight too, Ares.
What sorry excuse for a mercenary would I be if I refused to join in the battle, Layla? Never mind which one. Rumor has it. Never mind one which, rumor has it, will oppose Sigurd's son. Never would I deny a chance to personally slay the spawn of my father's mortal foe.
You're still going on about that, are you? Oh, you dolt. I mean, think about it. Both your father and Sigurd were knights, weren't they? And isn't killing part of a knight's job? It's like my job. Sometimes I gotta dance for foul, leering men. I hate it, but it's part of the work. Just have to deal with it. We've all gotta do what we gotta do to get by in life. I don't know. I just don't think it's right to hate someone for doing their job.
Layla, I understand. I'll have to think it over for a time, but I do understand.
Ares is so cool. Like, unironically, I really like Eldigan, Ares, and Arion, and how that, like, manifests itself in the story and ties in with the themes. He said the old translation for Selv's names. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. Can we kill with the wind edge? 21, 7, no. Alright, do we kill with the javelin? We got a brave lance, okay. Layla never finds out she's related to Charlo. She'll only ever go back to Thracia if she marries Leaf. Really? Mend you up. They are related, though, because they do sibling crits. Yeah. Well, also, the substitutes are all siblings with each other. There's no pair that isn't siblings. Which is, like... You know, I get why, but it is a little bit, like... I guess unfortunate. Feels like a bit of a missed opportunity to make the subs, like, more distinct. Gian has a secret event in like 2 chapters where Shannon, since Hermia doesn't exist. Yeah, I mean, so you can get it with either Femina or Gian. They both can get it, but it's mutually exclusive. Which is a little bit like unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think the secret events were meant to like buff the subs or at least like balance them or whatever. It's kind of funny how some of them are like significantly better than others, right?
Nice, Astra.
Alright. So a couple of kills for Arthur. Well, one kill for Arthur, it looks like. Because this guy really wants to die to Shanon's javelin, or Oifi's javelin. Oh, nice dodge. Okay. Sicko mode. Fun fact, if Shannon and Ulster are dead, Larse becomes king instead of queen. Yo, we love a trans king like that. Leaf, like the spirit from Smash Bros. Ultimate? Exactly like that. God, if only they were rescuing. Staff you up. Probably an oversight, but it's kind of neat. Serinde can't become a king, sadly. That's because she's cis. It's fine. We still respect cis women. You know, they can't choose to be cis or trans. They're awesome just the way they are. Move you. Move you. We're making our own Kaga block now. Alright, so now things get a little bit tricky here. How does Leaf do against these guys? 20 attack. Okay, so... Ooh, this is actually kind of unfortunate. I think what we do is this. So we've saved the villages. I wish Leaf was added to Smash instead of Roy like originally intended. Oh, were they gonna add Leaf instead of Roy? That's kind of cool. And then you go here. Foul among this guy. Then Epi6 got announced, so he was scrapped. I guess that makes sense, because he was, like, the most recent main character at that point. I don't know anything about Leaf other than Lightbrand, because I haven't played Thracia, but I think Lightbrands are cool. Leaf is cool. He doesn't get too much development in Thracia. I mean, I would still say he gets more than most Gen 2 characters, but it's Thracia that really, like... Or, sorry, I said in Thracia, I meant in Genealogy. It's Thracia that really, like, fleshes out who he is. Okay. They didn't know anything about Roy when they added him to Smash, just his looks and the fact he had a fire sword. You know, sometimes that's enough, though. So now that we've saved the villages, we can kind of play more defensively with Leaf Squad. We want to kill this boss before he gets Fenrir, because it can be a real pain in the butt if he gets Fenrir. Alright, let's get this talk. Say, Tristan, you have a sister in the Onster, don't you? Yes, sir. We were separated when we were very young. From what I've heard, she grew up with Sir Finn, a knight of Leonster. Finn, you say? You're eager to have a chance to see her again, aren't you? Yes, sir. I can hardly wait. You'll have to give this battle your all, then. How about a quick swordplay lesson? Yes, sir. I'd appreciate that. This convo makes no sense if Finn is Dermot's father, because how would he not know who his dad is? So the Patty Self convo, that's after we seize this next one, right? Yeah. I think we give gold to Arthur, because I want to get Paragon on Arthur. So, like, building him towards that. Alright, so now Leaf Squad. And we have Leaf go here. Jan mend him up. Second Brave Sword too. Yes, that's what you get from the Patty combo. So you definitely don't want to miss that one, which is why I was checking for it. Alright. What are the other convo items in Gen 2? There's not that many, actually. The second Brave Sword is the biggest one that comes to mind. The Berserk Staff isn't a convo, because you just stand next to Hannibal, rather than talk. It might just be the Brave Sword? Surely I'm forgetting one, right? It's not just that. The Heal Ring, that's also a secret event, though. That's not a talk convo. That just like the Berserk Staff, that's a secret event. It's even more divorced from being a talk convo, because you just stand near the lake, and he has to get a specific kill. Like, it's very much not a talk convo. Okay, we kill the mage, because the mage could be a problem. Sometimes I forget that ghosts canonically exist in this game. I couldn't think of many secret events are a different thing than that. Oh, I guess the Balmong, technically. The Balmong, you're right, technically is from a talk we just got. I guess that shows, like, where my headache is currently at. How it's progressed. Because I just, like, forgot about a thing that happened 5 seconds ago. And the Light Tome, yeah. Whether that's Aura or Nosferatu. There's a room hack where Julia with Naga is the final boss. Oh, damn. Scary stuff. Is Shanam in this game? He's in a secret event that Femina and Jian can get.
You rebel worms, how dare you defile the sanctity of the Age Shrine? Come, embrace the darkness as it entombs you forevermore.
Glory to the Loptirian Empire. Would the Naga Tome count? Isn't it... Oh, I forget. I thought you go into the castle? Or no, you go into the castle to break the curse, and then you have to send her back in, so it's not from the talk, it's from going in the castle, if I remember correctly. Alright, so we've taken care of this initial wave of dark mages. Which is one of the more challenging starting parts. So now we just march people downwards to the gate. Nice astral projection on. He's trying his hardest. Here comes the armor brigade. Would Ayra's kids with Holin's blood technically be incest? So it's never clear, like, how related they are. Because, like, obviously, since they both have the holy blood, right? They have some related distant ancestor, but it's unclear if it's, like, their cousins, or it's, like, so far removed. Leaf? So the general has an axe. Does the general reach us? No, he doesn't. Okay, thank God. Because it could be, like, they share an ancestor from, like, 10, 15 generations ago, in which case, like, I don't think that would count as incest, right? "600 years is a long time." The thing is that, like, you know, if you trace everyone's family tree back far enough, everyone is going to have some common ancestor, right? And I don't think a reasonable person would say, like, you know, oh, it turns out both you and I are super distantly related to, like, Alexander Hamilton or something. Like, that's even not, because, like, even farther back, right? Like, you know, King Tut, right? I don't think that would be incest, right? The Crusaders were only from, like, 150 years ago. Oh, are they in living memory? I thought the Crusaders were, like Jesus time, basically, right? Like, ancient religious deities. How long ago was the Crusaders? Because that actually is relevant to the conversation. It's 600 years ago? Okay. 600 years is a long time. 640 years ago? Yeah, I think it's reasonable to have, like, a related ancestor from 640 years ago that you just, like, are not aware of, right? So now here's the unfortunate part about the training arc. Since we killed the commander, reinforcements stop now. How do you feel about a remake with the Crusaders side story as a DLC? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't like DLC. I don't really have any sort of, like, remake wish list. Because, like I was saying last time, I'd much rather them make an original game than a remake anyway. Oh, now that they don't have a commander, they retreat as well, don't they? Yeah, so now Leaf's just gonna be hanging out, which is, you know, lame. Lord Bramsel has decreed that none shall pass the point for the time being. Move along.
Like, I wish that, because the game sort of presents itself as if those armors are going to be infinite, right? And Leaf just kind of has to defend himself. I wish that it did work that way, because instead we just end up with, like, Leaf does something for the first, like, 3 turns, and that's about it. It's basically like our ancestors from World War I time. World War I was not 650 years ago, was it? I don't think so. Unless I'm stupid, I'm pretty sure it was like within living memory, right? Yeah, it was in the 1940s? Crusaders were not 650 years ago. Didn't someone say it was 650 years ago? Am I missing something? We are in the year 776. The Crusades were in the year 633. Someone said 650. Hold on, I have to scroll up. The Crusaders were 130 years ago. I mean, in that case, then I think their distant ancestor would be incest. Because it's, like, not actually that distant then. That's Kaga for you. That is Kaga for you. Okay, so here... Would Larse ending up with Hole and Fibal be incest then? Probably? We don't have Larse, so it's not relevant. But I'd say probably, yeah? Or, like, at least it's not relevant to our playthrough, right? You know, like, obviously it matters if you're, like, trying to avoid incestuous pairings yourself, right? If that's something you're concerned about. But for our purposes, for our pairings, we don't have a Larse. Never heard of her. Never been born. We just have Radney. And Yohalvir. Serinde. Fuck, I'm pronouncing that wrong again. Look, y'all have to forgive me. I'm very dumb tonight. I'm still getting over that headache. Kredne at least has a unique portrait. Yeah, don't a lot of the subs just have, like, the person they're subbing for, but then just like different eyes or something. I know Femina is like, what if Fee had the bottom eyes, like the pleading emoji? Which I find profoundly funny.
Dalvan has wimpy eyes as well. Yeah, but he's not like so Femina and Fee have basically the same portrait. It's just the eyes that are different, is the point I was trying to make. Was like the bottom eyes are her only distinctive feature. You can't fly through that. That's a no-fly zone. This map is annoying and just like sending Seliph out of the way. Like this collection of turns is just the fucking worst. Cause what are you even supposed to do, right? Who put up this random magical barrier? Kaga put it there. The Kaga is to blame. Can't the game at least give an in-game reason for it? I mean, like, what in-game reason would they be able to give, though, right? They're just trying to stop you from cheesing it with a flyer. There's not really, like, a logical reason they could give. I think it makes sense for them to have the no-fly zones. Like, they're easy to make fun of, but I do think they make sense from a design perspective. Kaga doesn't promote illegal border crossing. The Lobdeer put up a barrier, that would make the most sense. I mean, not really, because they have anti-fly zones in Gen 1 as well. And then, like, why does the barrier immediately come down, right? I think it's just one of those suspension of disbelief things where we have to be willing to accept that, like, it's a video game, right? And at some... Like, it's nice when the gameplay and story can align up, and you get that beautiful gameplay story resonance. But sometimes there's just gonna be instances where things exist because video game, and like, sure, maybe it'll snap you out of it. I guess. Like, I don't know, sometimes that's just how it is, though. I think the flyers are just being polite. Gen War only has Chapter 3, Be There No Reason. In Chapter 4, Celeste could have put up a magical barrier, and in Chapter 5, Arvis. Why does it come down then, though, right? Is like... I disagree. I don't think we need to have a cutscene about how, like, oh, there's a magical barrier tied to all of these castles. Nice crit. Like, remember, the castle that we can't access in Chapter 4 is our ally, right? Why would our ally put up a magical barrier that stops us? That stops, fucking, not Femina, Erin from visiting her queen and sister? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, if you start trying to come up with a story reason for it, you very quickly just run into the problem of, like, it doesn't. How could Arvis do the classic barbecue? Yeah, like, I think we just accept that, like, the no-fly zones are a gameplay thing. And that's okay, because, like, this is a video game, and sometimes video games have things that are very video gamey. It's always nice when there can be a non-video game explanation. But at the end of the day, like, in order for the medium to work, we just have to sometimes put in our, like, suspension of disbelief. Just like when you're watching, like, a TV show or a movie or something, right? Sometimes you can notice CGI, but you kind of have to buy into it, right? It's just the agreement that we make going into this medium. Sigurd should have killed the random Celestian guarding the bridge. Biggest villain knowledge of girl. Yeah, like, once you start tearing it down to that level, then you get stuff like the fucking Nathan Drake is actually a psychopath because he's supposed to be the good guy, but he has a kill count in the tens of thousands, and it's like, fuck off, right? Like, I don't know. I think then you just start being CinemaSins. Maybe the Pegasus just don't like that area. I don't think we need an explanation. Like, I really don't. It serves an obvious gameplay purpose of segmenting the castles so you have to accomplish specific objectives. And it's relatively unobtrusive because there's not much for you to do. Like, unless you're in repeat playthroughs when you know, like, oh, I want to be as close to this as possible, there's not a reason for you to move Erin down to the bottom half of Chapter 4 until it's time to fight enemies, right? Because that area of the map is empty. So, like, the no-fly zone only stops you from doing something that already wouldn't make sense from a story perspective. If you're trying to fight against the northern castle, which is what's going on in the story there, why would Erin fly all the way up, all the way down and away from the rest of the army? In Chapter 3, you're having a war in Augusti against the various Augusti castles. There's no reason for Erin to fly up and fuck around with the pirates. Like, sure, there's no, like, in-world explanation for the no-fly zones, but we don't need one because there's also no in-world explanation for why the player would just, like, turn around and fuck off. I don't know. I just think it's a deeply silly thing. I feel like that's the rationale. What's stopping your units from moving off the edge of a smaller map? Yeah, like, why can't, or why does the boss stand still on the gate and let himself get pelted by Gordon for 47 turns instead of taking one step forward and whacking him with an axe? Like, let's go further. Why do we take turns fighting in battle instead of just having the faster unit land a bunch of hits while the Armor Knight isn't able to do anything because they're slow and clunky, right? Like, then you just start tearing apart the basic tenets of the game, of what we bought into.
and it just becomes like a spreadsheet and memes. This is war, but we have to be polite. So this is the Aid Shrine. It looks so sparse. The remnants of Lopterian Empire hidden within the depths of the shrine for generations. They had no choice. Trying to build new lives on the surface would have led to their mass persecution, or even being burned at the stake. I suspect that at first they weren't really that bad or unusual people, but before long, their life here twisted them into what we know as today. I can hardly believe it. It's as if they were all being tortured for the sins of their long-dead Imperial ancestors. All my life, all these people have been branded as the Dark Cult or the Devil's Kin. I can barely imagine their pain. Hold on a moment, this scribble on the wall, is that a child's penmanship? It's a prayer, and it begs the return of the Dark God. Was Loptis the only hope these people had? Yeah. Consider it a lesson, Salif. Good and evil can't easily be reduced to such simple black and white ideals. If you must hate, hate the evil which lurks within us all, not the individual. Never forget this. And now we Dragon Vein. And now we activate a Dragon Vein. And we can walk down this way. Which, why does seizing the castle cause the thing to collapse, right? I mean, obviously, it has the gameplay perspective, right? Of not forcing you to walk all the way back around in the most obnoxious, obtuse route possible. But in the same way that the anti-flyer zones don't make sense, you know, it doesn't make sense that that would happen. Unfortunately, now Leaf's group just has to hang out and do nothing for a while. Aid's fallen, has it? Heh, perfect. Open our borders. We'll let them proceed through Fort Magellan, let them wear themselves out some more, and then strike the wide open backs. It's almost too easy to be fun, wouldn't you say, Javaro? Heh, just another hard day's work for you, sir. But hey, so long as you're paying the bills, my men have got nothing to complain about. About time we had a good fight anyway. The rebels have already taken aid? Raisa, what do you make of the situation? I suspect they most likely aim is to come to the aid of the Leonster rebels. As it stands, Ishtor, your father is still preoccupied besieging them at Leonster. Should they reach Ulster and strike while he's occupied, the results would be disastrous. It's imperative that we intercept them here and now. Our force will be more than enough. Indeed. My lord father could use the aid. Raisa, may I place you in command of my army? Certainly. Leave everything to me, my lord. I confess I'd rather keep you away from the eye of the storm, but there's nobody whom I could trust more than you. My apologies, Raisa. Rest assured, my lord, you've nothing to worry about. Just please, Ishtor, be careful. Now excuse me. Men, move out. Assume your positions. So now for the most obnoxious boss. He has Adept Bolting. And Nihil, before you ask, Nihil does not turn off Adept. So, in combination of the fact that there's ballistas here, right? Adept Bolting means he can just fucking hit you twice with a 15 Might Siege Tome, and there's nothing you can do about it. The woke mind virus ruined FE4 Ryza. Yeah, this is the guy who people say is an Oifi, or not an Oifi, a Camus. Shannon, I'm so glad to see you made it unscathed. Yeah, sorry to worry you like that. You went and took Isaac back behind my back, did you, Selif? I can't thank you enough. No, we'd still be in Tirnog if not for you. You inspired us. You gave us courage. If not for you, we could never have taken the field. Heh, you're starting to put on a bit more muscle, are you? You're finally starting to... Shannon? Huh? Oh, nothing. Pay no mind, Selif. Anyway, we're finally starting to challenge the Empire. Not bad, would you say? Heh, not bad at all, Seliph. I've waited so long for this day. We all have, really. Thank you, Shannon. Raisa replacing Liza was purely another attempt at literal translation. That's just how it's pronounced in Japanese. That's another, like, it's so silly. I hate to keep ragging on the translation because, you know, it's really hard work, right? They put in really hard work. But there's just so many choices that feel wrong. Once I played a translation with a boss that held Layla hostage, proceed to call her a stupid bitch. Yeah, that's the old one, right? That's the old translation, I think. Let's send Patty over here to steal money from the bandit. Ishtor wears cool sandals. I love how irrelevant Ishtor is. All the other Frisias get saved from death multiple times and Ishtor just dies. There's a village, one of these villages, at least in the old translation, said, like, Ishtor's actually a good person. Please don't kill him if you can't. And that one line of dialogue, it's kind of like how this one cutscene, people have, like, extrapolated that's the theme of FE4 when it kind of isn't. Because it doesn't really come up anywhere else, right? The Ishtor thing, so many people are like, oh my god, there's a line of dialogue that says, like, he's actually a good person, don't kill him. That means he's the Camus, right? And it's like, no! What? Like, is the unnamed generic Cross Knight one of the Camus as well, then? What are we doing? Does this village give anything interesting, or is it just gold? That gives the shield ring. Okay, I think I want that with Arthur. Sophia's just going to go here and block it so the bandit can't reach it. You three just hang out, I guess. Maybe Kamui is the friends we killed along the way. My source is the wiki page I read one day. Theory, the bandit will change course eastward. Yeah, do you think he'll go for those other villages? Maybe. I guess we'll see. Ho, Layla, was it? That was a true quite the dance there. Come hither, I have a reward for you. Ew, how rude. Get off your butt and come over here if you've got something to give me. Ho, as cute as that fiery heart is, mouthing off at me so violently. Can't say I care so much for that. Bring her to me. What? What do you think you're doing? Let go! Let me go, you animals! Hold. Take your hands off this girl, craven scum. What? And who exactly are you? How dare you, a common sellsword, turn your blade on your employer? Nobody shall lay a hand on her, lest you face severe consequence. Are we clear? Ugh. What is this sorry little pantomime? Seize him! End his little life! You all see my sword, correct? I trust I need not introduce the demon blade. Beware, for Mistletoe craves the blood of men. Who dares come forth and stake its thirst? Mistletoe? It's the one and only demon blade. Then it can't be. Indeed, it can. It is I, Ayra the Black Knight. My deepest apologies, sir. I was merely jesting about. Look, I'll never lay hands on that darling ever again. You forgive me, right? Right? Very well. Layla, are you unharmed? Yeah, thank you, Ayra. Damn them both, I'll make them suffer, you'll see. The Black Knight. I can only ever hear this in Owain's voice. The bandit's just standing still right now. Mistletoe thirst for the blood of man. Freaky blade. Mistletoe, but freaky mode. This group is like so annoying to lure out. I think we do like sort of a dual prong tactic or whatever. Go like here, go like here. The thing is that Fee is like weirdly one of my better combat units right now, just because of how shit the rest of my squad is. And so having her on like village guard duty is a little obnoxious. And then you three just hang out. Layla is the second most popular substitute, losing only to mana. Really, mana? Why mana? Because that's the Lana substitute, right? Grrr. Come back here with your money. Mana has a lot of fan art. Interesting. Alright, if Lester goes here... Can he safely... Does he survive this? This implies a bunch of motherfuckers are killing Edain. Maybe they find the Edain do recruitment, like, too hard. I know some people find that difficult, even though it's, like, relatively free if you just go south. Or just didn't marry her. I mean, she's one of the first joining women. So unless you're going LTC pace, I imagine you're probably marrying her. Femina is the least popular female substitute? What? But she, like, she functions just the same as Fee for the most part. Wild. Cause like she does flyer utility just as good as the OG. I like Femina. I have a soft for her because of zero growths. Oh, exact kill. Okay, well that's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Fucking Lester. It's probably because she's identical to Fee writing-wise. People really gas up how the substitute characters have different writing. And I do mean different, not better. They just have different writing than the OGs. And, like, I'm sorry, but, like, it's the same as, like, what someone was saying yesterday, like, Yo Javier is just a better written character than Johan, and I'm like... Do you actually think that, or are you just saying that because they're the character less people get, right? The unfortunate reality is that in Fire Emblem 4, as is the case with most early FE games, the tertiary and even secondary cast are just not fleshed out that much. And most of the secret events, which are the big thing writing-wise that these characters get that the OGs don't, most of the secret events are jokes. Like, Shanam is in 2 of them, Anna and Jake are in a couple of them. Like, just this idea that the substitutes or Johalvier are super well written or like better written than the alternatives and whatnot, it really just feels like hipster stuff. Dimna is literally completely different. He does more than Lester. Does he actually? He meets up with an old friend and gets extra strength. You also get some situations like Jian. So Jian replaces Nana, and Nana has like an actual tie to Ares. I haven't gotten, like, but people said Jian doesn't have a convo around that, does she? And, like, if that's the case, I would say that's worse written. Because, like, I really like how Nana and Ares, like, tie into some of the central themes of the game. And having that, like, be absent just feels bad. I get that, like, Gen 2's writing overall is a lot weaker than Gen 1, because in many ways, like, the kids are just kind of fulfilling, continuing their parents', like, legacies or whatever, right? Or correcting their parents' mistakes. Dimna is depressed about having no holy blood. I guess I'll have to do a Dimna run next time so I can learn the Dimna deep lore. The substitutes really do just feel like the hipster cred units, though. Like, Big Gnome recently did a video where they made a throwaway joke about how you can always tell when someone has done a substitute run because they'll never fucking shut up about it. And it do feel that way, right? I think people get attached to the substitutes for the same reason people get attached to random Arcanea characters with no dialogue. And, like, that's fine. I fucking love Mathis. I fucking love Maria. Ralph from Thracia, which is basically... Ralph from Thracia is basically an Arcanea character, let's be for real. And, like... The thing is that, like, I love those characters, but I'm not gonna pretend they're, like, super deep or whatnot. Like, I like them for meme reasons. And it's okay to like the substitutes for meme reasons. When there's very little to eat, people marvel over every scrap. I think the one that really gets me is Johan Johalvier. Because, like, Johan Johalvier... I genuinely think the Johan Johalvier thing, like, Johalvier is, like, such a much better written character or whatever. I get it. Johan's, like, a fuckboy who's almost entirely defined by how much he wants to have sex with the sword girl.
and like he can be obnoxious for that reason. But like, yo, Javier is just the generic, you know, I realized my army is evil, I can't stand it anymore. Is that actually like better? Dimna has 4 conversations. Lester has 3. 1 being incest if either him or Patty have a lover. What? Say that again? I don't understand. First off, the lover conversations, I know for a fact that the lover conversations and lover events and stuff translate 1-to-1 between substitutes and non-subs. Like, obviously not the exact written dialogue, but if there's a convo between a pair, then that there will also be a convo with the substitutes of that pair, if that makes sense. But I think the incest stuff with Patty, like, that's just, you know, a Kaga-ism. Like a weird, gross old man Kaga-ism. Leaf and Jeanne has Leaf tell her to stay in the castle since she can't fight. Yeah, I know the dialogue is different. What I'm saying is that, like, if there's a convo between a pair, then there's also a convo between those pairs' substitutes. Are we supposed to get Hannibal under chat this stream? Yeah, but I figured since y'all— oh, whoops. That's an oopsie. Oh, she lives. Lana's epic. I figured since y'all like Jahavier so much, we'll make Jahavier the guy. We'll probably get Hannibal, like, when it's Hannibal time. At least Dimna isn't related to Daisy. I mean, but you could say the same about Ayra and Serinde, right? Like, it's just Kaga being weird, and then the substitutes not being related ends up making them, like, by extension better? But I also don't know if I would go as far as to say that's, like, better writing so much as just, like, by circumstance, we happen to avoid the incest, right? Charlo is slightly more popular. That's interesting. Yeah, I thought he was a meme as well. I mean, he's a meme in the English community, because, like, he's in Code of the Burger King, and he's got, like, the funny blue face. He gets the Berserk staff. Like, he probably has the single strongest secret event out of everyone. Just because it's the only way you can get the Berserk staff, which is a very cool tool. Who the fuck is Corpre? Almost time for promoted Selif. Okay, everybody, pop off! Crab emojis, crab emojis, crab emojis! The crab is here. Hawk is somehow the most popular male sub. People really want to get him in Heroes. I think it's because just, like, he's one of the few who's, like, still really strong, right? But, like, he's strong because Sed is strong, right? And he ends up taking Sed's role. Yeah, let's just murder you.
So you're the rebel army. This is where your insurrection ends. So long as I, General Raisa, draw breath, you shall never reach Fort Majoran.
So that's how you see Dimna is part of the Mega Man X archetype. Ishtor. Ahmed is somehow the How the fuck is Ahmed? Okay, this, whatever this popularity poll is, it's cursed. It's cursed, I tell you, it's cursed. Don't you dare disrespect Ahmed. I will disrespect him. I even have an Ice Rider video coming up shitting on Ahmed. He's so fucking awful. Grab time. I follow an account that ships him with Dalvan. The dislike button doesn't even exist. I'm putting the dislike emoji in this comment section for slander. So you have -1 AS with the Javelin. You have 2 AS, so we don't double. Okay. We do this, I guess? I thought the ship was Tristan Dalvin. I mean, that's the one that there's a secret event for, right? Where they, like, they get all gay for each other. Linda is the third most liked, absolutely demolishing Daisy. Interesting. Julia Gaming. Daisy's the best one. I know Fuzzwas has Daisy as like her VTuber persona. So that's pretty cool. I got rid of the Iron Bane. I got rid of the Iron Bane sword. Daisy used to be the most popular, but her popularity has fallen off. Daisy is a Jagan confirmed. Yo! The crit! Tristan coming in clutch with the crit! And that means Oifi can jab you. Is Lana safe? Yeah. Tristan did an epic Tristan moment.
And then we will physic up Serinde. Perfection. And that's why critical is the best skill in the game. Corpre is the most wanted second gen unit, not in Heroes yet. Interesting. Alright, we can surround this bow armor, and then he can be a kill for Arthur. And Patty can steal from him. Need to have Patty steal from him. Lana popping off. Get ready for combat Lana, everyone. Alright, so if we just... Wait. So you're trapped now. Mend you up. Imagine if heal staffs could heal crit. I just got a notification for this, as well as one for a video that released 3 days ago. Oh, the forest video? Or a different one? That's why you always ring the bell for YouTube. You gotta ring the bell. You gotta ring the bell. Different one. What? I thought I had you trapped. Oh my god, I had him trapped, but then I moved. And I didn't complete the box. I'm so good at Fire Emblem, y'all. I did ring the bell. YouTube just hates working. Mood. Okay, now he's actually boxed in. What is the current plot? We're trying to get to Leaf to unite our two rebellions with each other. Emilia gaming with the Arrow Knight. We're Donnaling an Archer. Femina has 7 fans and I'm one of them. I'm also a Femina fan. I like her. You see, the Amish fans at least... Do you mean Ahmed? The Ahmed fans have double digits? I guess that is... I was gonna say, like, that's not that much of a brag, but I guess it kind of is when it comes to fucking Ahmed. Supreme, were you here for the fucking Forsetti Ahmed? Were you here for Forsetti Ahmed? There's Forsetti Ahmed in the, opening crawl. Yeah, so Forsetti Ahmed is in the same frame where it's heavily implied that Patty just got triangle attacked to death. Because everyone is standing next to their, like, canonical pair, and then Shannon is standing next to a blank space that is surrounded on all three sides by the triangle attack mages. It's very funny. So here we just kind of have to, like, hope we don't get Adept Bolting did. Not really anything else we can do but hope. Ignatius is the least popular Fates character. Doesn't surprise me, everyone hates him. Poor guy. They hate him because they're fucking bad at his paralogue, his easy as fuck paralogue. But people just, like, don't, I guess, like, know how to deal with any sort of time pressure whatsoever. But he could die if you don't reach him by, like, turn 6. Cool, do you have flyers? You know you can pair Benny into a flyer. There's this cool system in Fates called Para. Alright, no Adept Bolting, please. You vermin. How dare you slaughter Ricehill like that? You'll have no mercy. No Adept, please. Thank you! Barth got dead last in Choose Your Legends. Least popular character. Ooh, that hit rate not great. Oh, you know what, actually?
Do I not have silence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, okay. Okay, Seliph, Brave Sword, this ballista. Because I think we want to silence him. Just to make the dealing with him easier. Lester, kill this ballista. You go up, get mended. I've never been so confused. I woke up from a dream where I was a gorilla beating their chest while chanting the crazy frog tune in a deep growling voice. That is confusing. Oh, can I? No, okay, so we go here. We just go here and wait. I guess we'll deal with you soon. We just gonna have to silence him. Hopefully no adept. Adept bolting is so fucking terrifying. No adept? Thank you! Okay! We're good! So now... Oh, does he just have too much res? What's his res at? No! We're just shy! Can we get a level by staff spamming? I don't want to send him all the way back. Or I don't want to send her all the way back to buy the magic ring. Yeah, you're Lord Seliph! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Oh, and who would you be, miss? I'm Patty, the one true love of Prince Shannon. You're Shannon's... somehow I doubt that. Whoops! Okay, you caught me. Well, actually, I'm a thief. Well, I used to be, but I've had enough of all that now. Now I want to pitch in with your army instead.
You aren't serious, are you? Military life is dangerous. There's no place for your ilk here. Oh, you sound so sure. You barely have a coin to your name, but you're gonna win this war, and then nothing's more important than money. But with me around, you're not gonna have to worry about money ever again. I've no use for money tainted by theft. You really have no idea, do you, sir? For every last coin carried by an Imperial soldier, there's a poor villager who they took it from. You can't look at all this and say that it's wrong for us to take that gold back. The people of this land have already lost so much. I just want to give something back. I see. My sincerest apologies, Patty. Say, Patty, I'd like you to come with us. Huh? Really? Do you mean that? Of course I do. Thank you, sir. I promise I'll work as hard as I can. Oh, that reminds me. Here, take this sword. It's a little present to commemorate us getting to know each other. Wow, this is a lovely blade. It's one of those rare brave swords, and it's all yours, sir.
So that's the second brave sword. Not sure who I'm gonna give it to be quite honest. Maybe Ares? Maybe Oifi? Not Tristan. We just need to get some magic on level up. So let's heal as many people as we can. Give it to Tristan. Why keep him alive if he won't do anything of value? He can do some stuff of value, just, you know. It doesn't... He got a crit! The crit was valuable, right? Alright, can we get magic? Magic, please. Magic. No! This is so unfortunate. Azel Lana would be pretty good right now. What is Midir Lana's magic growth? Patty's one of the younger childs. Yeah, but like not like it's not like an extreme difference though. Midir Lana is only 32%. Oh boy! Azel Lana is 65%. At least Shannon can, like, basically cheat his way through the arena. Claude only gives her 50%. Yeah, Azel has the highest magic growth, but, like, Claude is good enough. 31% growth difference based on a different parent. Well, so it's a physical versus magical parent, so, like, it's gonna be a pretty extreme swing. Lewyn Lana's 45%. Yeah, and he's the worst magical dad for magic. But, like, obviously he's gonna give more than the physical dads. Are there any trainees or S in this game? Not really. I would say Leaf qualifies as a trainee. Some people say Charlot's an S, because he starts out super underleveled. But he's staff locked, which to me, like... part of being an est is good growths and, like, the low level means that you level up faster, right? Lewyn Corpore if you squint. Nah, that's just throwing away your legendary weapon. That's not an est. That's just throwing away your legendary weapon. Please, magic. Lana, please, magic. I don't want to deal with the adept bolting. It's so obnoxious. I got 100 kills with him. I don't doubt you did. Like, the game's easy enough you can use anyone, right? So I don't doubt you when you say that. But that doesn't, like, make him an est. Because you don't get the increased experience gain. At least Charlo has Paragon. Very few of the trainees actually feel like 0 to hero, because they're either bad, like the FE8 ones, or they're just good from the get-go, like Cyril. I mean, Cyril is only good from the get-go due to, like, a combination of traits that I don't think the developers accounted for. Charlo is an est? I still don't think it qualifies. Like, he's just a late-game staffer. I love Great Shield. Best skill ever! .5% magic growth on set is pathetic. Oh, from Beowulf? I mean, yeah, but so that's the thing is that, like, you know, the Ahmed conversation or whatever is about, like, oh, he's better than the physical versions of Arthur. Where it's like, sure, but you're not doing that, like, not reasonably. Here's what Tristan contributes. Magic, please. Lana! Lana! Lana, please! I'm begging you, please! How much magic do you need on Lana? I need 1 point of magic so I can silence the adept bolting guy. And she's failed it 3 times. Yes! That's my girl! Now let's get everyone back to the front lines. The last possible warp. I'm almost certainly, like, accidentally getting a lover pair right now, just based on how the formation is, but I don't care at this point. Yeah, we're accidentally getting the fucking Oify Lester pairing. Smiley face. Oh, whoa! Whoops. We just got all that added bolting. Cause I moved Rotoban. See, that's what we gotta watch out for. What just happened? Did you know Oify is popular in FE1? I heard it from a content creator. Yeah, Oify's the best FE1 unit, smiley face. So Serinde can talk to Shannon. Leaf can talk to Selif. Alright, let's have Serinde talk to Shannon. Prince Shannon! Whew! Glad to see you're still in one piece. Oh, Serinde! Sorry I wasn't around to see all this from the beginning. From what I've heard, you've had quite the tough time so far. Don't worry about it. The important part is you're safe. How's your sword arm doing? Any stronger? Yeah, but still far below your prowess, sir. How about a quick lesson to patch that up? See, raw power isn't quite enough here.
Try putting a bit more sprint into it and swing. Yeah, like this, sir? And we get a strength boost from that, which is cool. What do you mean? I need to have more magic than his res. Fuck. Serinde loving Shannon is still creepy. No, I don't think so. They're not related, like... I don't see the problem. I've finally found a use for Tristan. He's gonna fall in love with Lana. Good. Will he get benched or killed off? Why? Why would he get benched or killed off? I remember planning ahead in Gen 1, giving Lachesis the Return Band, and Leaf and company all joined Salif early. Yeah, I talked about that cheese earlier in the stream. Look, if she doesn't get magic, she will be just our first promotion. Get back inside. Why are we warping? I'm grinding her up. I guess I could, instead of using warp, I could do heal, right? I could have him beat himself up in the arena a bunch. Die to the mage. Is this a use of the waste of the warp staff? It's a lot of experience. Lana training arc. We need to get magic on her so we can silence that guy. Ice Rider time. Y'all, no. Y'all, no. No, don't make me do it. This is because chat voted for the shitty archer pairing.
This is why you don't do fucking physical Lana! This is why you don't do physical Lana. Please get magic. Oh my god. We're gonna have to make her a first promotion, aren't we? Tristan, please don't win. Why is Tristan winning? Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all. You're making me do it. You're making me do it. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. Where is the stupid fucking Subway Surfers?
Peggy 3.
Here, what if we do that? Is Garf Cart good? Is that good for y'all? Here. Whoops.
Peggy 3.
The wife Sigurd. Is simulation enough for you?
Peggy 3.
There you go. Have fun. Have fun with that shit. Yeah. I guess we're doing the fucking... I guess we're doing the fucking grind, aren't we? I forget, did we,
Peggy 3.
Did he die? Did he die? Oh boy, Peggy 3.
Peggy 3.
You wanted this. You wanted this. This is your fault. This is your fault, chat. 2% difference between Lana and Mana's magic at this point. This is why you don't go physical Mana. If chat is really good, can we get Crab Rave as a treat? We must preserve the Crab Rave. We must preserve the Crab Rave for, Jahalvir Gaming.
Peggy 3.
Should we get the Berserk Edge on... Let's buy the Berserk Edge for this little shithead. And the Ironbane Sword. He's out of money now. Fuck him. Leaving Azel to die alone might have been a mistake.
Peggy 3.
Peggy 3. Peggy 3. Peggy 3. Garfield Cart is making my stream lag. It's not Garfield Cart's fault. FP4 Remake gets renounced. We should do a Garfield Cart stream with the trailer. Hit in the corner.
Peggy 3.
Do y'all think Tristan's ever gonna beat this Armor Knight? He has crit, so like maybe he can. Crab emoji, crab emoji, crab emoji, crab emoji.
Peggy 3.
Garfield Cart is in the FE4 remake. It's the final boss. I feel deja vu for Noj.
Peggy 3.
We just need a single magic level up, but at this point we might as well go for promo, right?
Peggy
I'm looking
3.
forward to Master Knight Lana. If only, if only. What new shitty Subway Surfers element should we add next?
Peggy 3.
Magic? No magic. I say we might as well go for promo, but we might just need to. What happened to Dorcas? Are you suggesting that we add what happened to Dorcas as another element?
Peggy
Another
3.
another Subway Surfer element? Yes. But wouldn't that drown out the Garf cart? Family Guy funny moments next.
Peggy 3.
I guess we could use the Ironbane sword to kill the armor. Peggy 3. Peggy 3 is important.
Peggy 3.
Oh, Tristan might actually win the arena.
Peggy 3.
Yo, Tristan might actually be able to beat the arena. Never mind, he sucks. If we add what happened to Dorcas, I'll donate nothing because my card doesn't work on YouTube. You make a very compelling offer. At least Tristan isn't a green unit like his dad. If I let him Ironbane the final general, he can pretty easily make it through.
Peggy 3.
But I'd rather, like, Evil Alir. Okay, I'd rather him fail because I need to keep healing him.
Peggy 3.
Went and lost, did ya?
Peggy 3.
Hang on, I'm adding,
Peggy 3.
I wanted transparency on this. Hold on. I can give it transparency. Create a transparent GIF. Upload an image.
Peggy 3. Peggy 3.
Give me a second. This is important.
Peggy 3.
Okay. There we go. Here. I think that works.
Peggy 3. Peggy 3.
Peggy 3 is actually the naming of the triangle attack.
Peggy 3.
Peggy, Pegasi 3. Alright, Tristan Arena, let's go. Do you think this works? Like, Wario's ass? Is that too in the way? What if he was like here and then we just can't see chat? Perfect. Perfect. I don't need to see chat anyway. Why does she need one more point of magic? She needs one more point of magic so she can silence the adept bolting guy.
Peggy 3. Peggy 3.
We got the magic. We got the magic. Yo, Pog, we got the magic. But at this point,
It feels like we might as well just get promotion, right?
Peggy 3.
Why are we back at Garfield Cart? Cause it's peak. At this point, it feels like we're one level away, right?
Peggy 3.
Just rush him with Forsetti Arthur. I don't like adept bolting. I'm just gonna silence it. I think that's just the way.
Peggy 3.
Look, we almost got it. We almost got it. I don't think Ishtor can even hit Forsetti Arthur.
Peggy 3.
But what if we just promote Lana early, smiley face? Trust me, this is worth it. This will all be worth it in the end. Yo, the iron sword broke. Okay, perfect. Much easier for us to die now. Is this no-ish too? Why is the spinning object so funny?
I don't know why you find it so funny, but I'm glad you do.
Promoting Lana is fun, but poor Tristan. You should let Tristan try to beat Wolf. As soon as Lana promotes, I will actually let him... Because he has the Armor Slayer.
Peggy 3. Peggy 3.
IMO, you should have just gotten the Seliph x Julia pairing in Chapter 6 and used Seliph money to buy Silence onto Julia. 100% magic growth solves any status requirements. So if you read the description, there's a reason why I didn't get the Seliph x Julia pairing, besides the fact that I just don't want to do incest. The jealousy glitch has been removed. It's quite literally impossible.
Peggy 3.
What is the jealousy glitch? The jealousy glitch basically it allowed people to steal love points from each other. Is the buy Lester glitch also patched out of this translation? Do you mean this one?
Peggy 3.
This has been patched out, yes. Unfortunately. The cringe. Unfortunately, the awesome ending has patched out and is cringe now. All right, let's remove Wario's Dumpy. And remove Subway Surfers. Because we are about to actually promote now. I hope y'all enjoyed that journey into madness. First promotion of the run. We lost by Lester for straight Oify. I thought Oify didn't... Isn't it that Oify... Oh, no, Oify can get married. It's just Finn and, It's just Finn and Hannibal that can't, right? Damn, Tristan, you suck. Removing jealousy is a 0 out of 10 decision. I disagree. I think fixing a bug is, you know, good. Actually. Looks like you've been working really hard. Oh, she has. Oh, she has. And so is Tristan. I think the incest pairings make a number of people uncomfortable. I think that they should make people uncomfortable. I think that the fact the Fire Emblem community has turned incest into a meme is, quite frankly, without reservation, pretty disgusting. You can't change your class. Leave. Actually, we can... I guess we can get Fireball for her. Let's put... I guess put Restore in the depository for now. The only joke about incest that's okay is Erica Ephraim. No, it's not. No, it's not. That one's another case of people just being really weird. And, like, not just in the, like, haha, we love incest way, but also, like, the number of people who insist that because these siblings love each other, it must be incestuous is also really weird and telling. Cousin incest is more commonly accepted in Japan. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that narrative sort of ties into the whole Japan weird narrative, where people kind of erase that people in the quote-unquote West also defend the cousin incest. The number of people I've had show up in chat and just be like, oh, hey, you know, actually it's okay because back then, in medieval times, them getting with cousins was acceptable. So that's why my shipping Larce and Shannon is actually completely awesome and normal. So, like, I don't think it's a Japan problem. I think it's just, like... I mean, the Fire Emblem fanbase is weird. Alright, let's repair our heal staff. And I guess while we're here, we'll repair Warp and Physic as well. Ephraim Erica support's kind of odd, but I don't think it's intentional. People are just bad at writing affectionate siblings. Yeah, that could be it too. That could be it too. The big one for me is people will point to, like, their weapons are Siglend and Sigmund. They're named after, like, lovers from, like, a Norse thing or whatever. And it's like... It just feels like such a stretch to me, where it just kind of feels like, you know, are you looking for it?
Ephraim is the Eldigan archetype. We treat the people of other countries like monoliths. The OCG of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has certain things banned, and people assume that that's just how they want it. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that, like... I mean, a lot of it does come down to, like, specifically anti-Japan stuff. But we do treat, in general, you know, populations like monoliths when the truth is, like... There's definitely some weirdos in Japan. I mean, like, you know, just look at the weird, like, child mind control stuff that's all over Fire Emblem. But that is not representative of, like, Japan is full of weirdos. Because there are also weirdos in the United States. Just look at how many people got really mad about Engage not letting you marry Anna. Which, by the way, that was a fake controversy. Because you couldn't marry her in the Japanese version either. Like, it was a whole, like, woke translators got rid of my ability to marry a 12-year-old girl. That plays on the fucking Japan racism thing, too, because it was just like, yeah, you know, obviously you could marry her in the Japanese, but you couldn't. Their ending has a fucking, like, them starting a business relationship with each other. But some wannabe weeaboo was just like, yeah, but that basically means marriage. So woke censorship removed my pedophilia. The conversations around localization and censorship is interesting, but never given the respect or understanding I feel like it demands. Yeah, we were having a talk about this, I believe yesterday, actually. About, sort of localization versus translation. Just because one of the, like, peeves I have, I mean, it came up again here, right? Where the person just got a different name because of how their name is, like, pronounced differently in Japanese. And, like, just the weirdness behind that decision, right? Liza became Ryaza, which was just, like, the romanizing of what Liza is in Japanese. Now that I think about it, marrying anyone is weird, even if he's 18 by Chapter 5. Yeah, it's another one of those, like, at least you're technically an adult situations, ain't it? Oh, are they lovers? I might have accidentally locked myself into their lover ending. Because I stat them next to each other from the convo. God, Selif's crit animation is so cool. Lucina fans are in shambles. Her name in English should be Rusina. It's not an L, it's the Japanese language issue, it's an R. Common Lucina R, or Common Lucina L. Die, Ishtor! Raisa, I. Thoron obtained. I love how Arthur can't even use the Thoron. Pathetic. So we're gonna have the calves up here with Ares. Maybe that'll be like an Arthur job. Give Arthur some gold. Don't let Ares end himself against Arthur. Well, Ares joins as a blue unit, so that can't happen. Mario and Luigi are Peach's Christmas Cavaliers. Wait, seriously? He can kill himself during the cutscene? Oh, that's really fucking funny. Wait, I want to test that out. I'll use rewind. I want to see, because that sounds really funny. That sounds like the funniest possible accidental soft lock. I'll rewind. I'm just gonna skip this cutscene because I just want to see Ares kill himself. Arthur has to be in Ares' range. Is he? Or do we need to move further up? Oh, he might not be. We gotta go further up. All right. Oh, they're all gonna kill themselves on Arthur, aren't they? Eris, no! Eris, no! He doesn't even get a death quote! Yo, that's too fucking funny. That's too fucking funny. No death code is crazy. All right, I think we're done. Good night, gamers.